What does it take to find love these days? What's your greatest strengths? How do you love? I'll tell you all the nuances about you, dating, what kind of gifts you want, what kind of marriage you want, what kind of person you want to live with and don't want to live with, and of course how you love, how you lust, what you're drawn after, who chases you, and your greatest lesson, which is often a weakness. Your birthday love and lust report has that answer. We'll reveal your secrets on video at secretsofbirthdays.com. Hello and welcome to Soul Horoscopes Orbits Edition. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Rayman Witecki, your soul biographer, here to help you put the parts of the planets into your soul story. And I've got good news. Many have asked. I am now open for personal readings. If you come down right now to soulmart.me and buy a 1-hour reading at my normal rate, which is $116 an hour, I will throw in a free Secrets of Birthdays video. That's right. And right now when you book, you can immediately request a date. So we're trying to upgrade this whole system. Come on down to soulmart.me while supplies of me last. I do kind of book pretty quickly, but I'm excited to get in front of new clients again. And of course, repeat clients can come down as well, always, for the standard rate. Well, we've got a lot going on. The sun's moving into Pisces. We've got Mercury retrograde this week, and we've got a major conjunction with opening our psychic intuition. So without further ado, let's take the Ascension elevator and talk all about you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. While riding the Ascension elevator, objects and mirrors are closer than they appear. In the unlikely event of a water landing, you have a Pisces under your seat. Cabin crew, please prepare for gut check.
And here we are up at 32,000 feet, where we're going to do your 7-day mood forecast. And this is, of course, for the Sagittariuses. This is also for the Sagittarius risings. And if you have a Lightcast report card, we call you the human consultants. That's what we call it, human consultants. And that's really what Sagittarius are. They're constantly consulting with human beings and exchanging information. At the end of the day, that's what you do, is consult one human being to another, and often consult them on how to be better humans, right? You're a consultant in that regard too, always helping out. Well, we are shifting this week as the sun moves into Pisces on Monday, but on Sunday we're wrapping up Aquarius. For the Sages and the Sag risings, this is a shift now to focusing on your emotional state of awareness, how well you are good at making you feel good. And really, Sagittarius are very sensitive. You have Pisces that rules your 4th house, so you need a lot of pampering, frankly, to feel good. In the first 10 days, we're going to work on emotion itself, your feelings, your emotional patterns. This goes back to childhood, your relationship to your nurturing parent, which is usually your mother, and this moves on to the highest next in the next 10 days to your ability to ground home, family, and foundation, and then passion, your ability to be passionate about something or not. If you were born shut off with some of this, you'll be diving deep. The universe is invested quite heavily. Let's take a look actually at how heavily at Sagittarius is getting better connection to their emotional state of awareness. Look at all these planets. Neptune, which is God's psychic energy, Chiron, healing, Mars, aggression, and Mercury, which will go retrograde at the end of the week. So the universe is going to have you think twice about this year. This week, the sun will move from step 0 to step 6 between now and Sunday. And that means you're going to move from introduction to your emotions all the way to a breakdown and a minor healing on step 6 at the end of the week. We're going to talk more about that. Another story is I Decide, Saturn in Scorpio, which goes retrograde on Monday, which means you get a break until July 8th, 2013. This has been working on digging in and digging out your weeds in your soul garden, your fears. This is in some cases the karma you were born with. Karma meaning you have emotional memory of being mistreated, and you are subconsciously recreating that emotional memory in your daily life. So it's about identifying these emotional subconscious patterns. And so at this point, the universe has nothing new to introduce to you as far as your demons and all that sort of thing. Instead, now in the retrograde, you'll either gain faith over time from the work you've done, or still have to face that work that is undone. The other story is Pluto, which is still direct, and that means it's time to love and trust your self-confidence. Do not try to build new self-confidence. Do not pass go without collecting $200, but definitely do not go backwards in self-confidence at all. No toleration from the universe if Sagittarius do not believe in their abilities to perform at this point. You want to love and trust moving forward. Now, with that said, we're going to move into outer space for the 7-day mood forecast and the day-by-day play-by-play. And I've consolidated all the information into a simple interface now, thanks to your patience on us developing the horoscopes. Let's fly out in space and take a look at the new view. So we do have our timeline here at the bottom, and because it was a little animated, I have frozen it now to make things simple. Let's start, of course, with Sunday, and I always do that wrong. Sunday, this is the button. Cloudy with a chance of anxiety on Sunday. That's because the moon is in late Taurus, so you're really feeling in the moment whatever's going on. And we're being tested in the final degree of Aquarius, which means you might be tested on mind games on Sunday. So hold steady, stay passionate, and be strong. On Monday, it is cloudy and very snuggly, maybe a bit sensitive, maybe a little anxiety. The moon moves into Gemini, pulling emotions into the house of relationships. But at this stage, it's really the mirage part of relationships. I think really the anxiety is the moon crossing over Jupiter. So emotions will cross Jupiter and become the focus of this yod on Monday. The yod is the green side to the right. And what this does is pull these two big critical issues. On the one hand, the inner faith building with Saturn. On the other, holding your self-confidence together with Pluto. And so you got to pull that self-confidence and inner faith down into your mirage, being there for you basically. And with the moon crossing Jupiter, you're going to have to grow. Now the red line to the left is a square between your emotions and your mirage. So you may be good at taking care of your emotions, you may be good at your mirage, but right now the two are fighting, the two sides of yourself. So that adds some potential anxiety as well on Monday. On Tuesday, it's sunny and sentimental. That's because love rules the day. I love, step one. And the moon is in Gemini and trining Venus. So you're really receiving. You're in a good place to receive, and it's a good place to love yourself. And this is really a good beta test. If you don't feel good on Tuesday, you have an issue with loving yourself, okay? And that's okay. We can heal that issue, but you should just be aware at this point, right? On Wednesday, it gets quite cloudy and I think powerfully transformative. Many things going on. For the one hand, the Sun conjuncts Neptune. That's why the little Neptune is there under my arrow. And that means that this is the most psychic day of the year. The psychic energy is coming through the moon and the moon is ruling the day. So it's a very powerful day. This is kind of like a little bird is yelling at us. On top of that, we have a soul pyramid between the moon, Saturn, and the Sun. So this unites your emotional states of awareness between that new interfaith we are working on and over to the left there, your emotional field. So it's about how you feel, do you have faith, and then your mirage. How you feel, do you have faith, do you have mirage, back and forth, around and around. The moon actually moves into Cancer to form the grand trine, and as it does, it opposes Pluto. So it's literally like, do you feel secure, do you feel nurtured, do you feel you have faith? And if you don't, you will feel that you don't. And then that directly opposes feeling confident at the same time. So it's an intense day, I have to say the least, on Wednesday. But if you can make it to Thursday, your home planet Jupiter rules the day. You're still quite private with the moon, grand trining in Cancer, but with Jupiter, your home planet ruling the day, you're going to think outside your own box. This is a day where you can go and find a solution. The moon does come to a full head and passes the opposition of Pluto on this day, and so there might be a tug of war between your boundaries and what you will or will not value. However, I think overall, you're feeling pretty sharp. Then comes Friday. And Friday, I think there's a chance of discomfort, unfortunately, for the Sagittariuses. Uranus rules the day, so it's the first breakdown of the season. If you have ignored your emotional needs up until now, breakdown, you might get sick. For those of you Sagittarius that are completely running without paying attention, your body might break down. Remember, the transit is about your emotional needs and how well you respond to your own emotions. That's what the focus is on, and there is really a focus. Let's take a closer look. Look at the party going on in Pisces. Neptune, Chiron, the Sun. Mercury is moving backwards, as you can see, as of Saturday, and Mars I am, which is saying your action energy. So the universe has all this energy. God universe is sending a birdie, your love, and the healing, all in taking better care of your emotional self. Now this may literally be healing from a childhood issue that is in the way of you feeling safe or comfortable at all. This literally may be you healing a roommate situation or some sort of sickness in your home. That's okay. Everything needs to be cleared. But no matter what, as you can see that spinning Chiron there, the Sun is going to heal within 5 days, 5 steps. So with all due, I would dive in and just cry it out and make it work for yourself, Sag. No one's going to see. Whoops, wrong day. On Saturday is when Mercury goes retrograde. It's cloudy and I think pensive. The moon moves into Leo, so emotions are no longer so vulnerable and they're more speculative, philosophical. Basically, you want to learn. So you are learning and you're definitely pensive. What are you rethinking? You're rethinking what your emotional needs truly are, or you might be rethinking your home situation or rethinking your child situation. But we are rethinking for 3 weeks, and that will move even and creep into the area of thinking. So you will rethink about thinking even as Mercury goes all the way back. So Saturday is the beginning of the rethinking. Then on Sunday, Venus rules the day, and so you're going to restore balance in order to your emotional field. If your inner child or your emotions have been upset, by Sunday things should be good. Venus is all about giving and receiving. Make sure you're willing to receive. And I think with the moon in Leo, you're starting to feel like a real meaning and purpose of why you've gone through what you've gone through. So Sunday will definitely be, I think, a sunny day for the Sag and Sag risings. All right, let's wrap it up. Compassion. Really, you should be grateful for yourself this week. That's the beginning of real spirituality. Before we can tolerate others, we have to tolerate ourselves. And this is the week more than any to honor yourself, honor what you've done, and be compassionate to you. All right. Now, by the way, I have a GA guided hangouts every Monday at 12 noon. If you've purchased a Lightcast report card, come on down. I will tutor you during this hour. I also show up and talk to anyone that shows up. Come on down. I'm always there on Mondays at 12 noon Pacific. And by the way, if you are a part of GA Text right now, I will be sending you those guided hangouts. So from now on, I'm going to be sending out videos that you might have missed. That's all part of being watched over by the Guardian Agency. These are texts I watch every day. If you'd like to start the service for just one penny, email or text or both, come on down to gatext.me. All right, folks, that's all I have for this week. I love you, and I will see you next week. Remember, be grateful to yourself and live, love, be.